Happy Thursday night, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is, the 9:30 live show where we take comments, we take calls, and we chat about anything and everything under the sun. Sometimes a lot of sun, depending on the mood that everyone's in. But welcome to the Sooner Surge. Make sure you check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months. Also, if you're new to this channel, hit subscribe. Hit the like before we get started here. And be ready to comment and chat away. What's going on, Jay?
What's up?
Not a lot,
Tomorrow's
man.
Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, man. Got
It's
a rainy
good
week.
Friday tomorrow, Jay. It's a good Friday.
Good Friday. Rainy weekend. Let's just get right down to some of these comments. 918. I think the reason is because he was making 2.5 at Tennessee, and now he basically had to take a pay cut because he left.
It's still wait. It's
I think
still
it's
ridiculously successful.
I agree with 918. It's still successful. But what I'm saying is he was making a lot more at Tennessee. So I don't know, man. And if somebody said, is it a done deal? You know what? Colin Cowherd put it out, but I don't think anything's official yet. Is it? Has he actually committed? I don't know if he has or not. Maybe I missed it.
I don't know. Hey, Damon, you're right. The new first pitch is 4:00 tomorrow. Hey, what was the comment Greg God said about OU's use 2/3 of their money on Ott and McKayla? Is that what the comment was?
I didn't see the comment, so I can't really. I don't know.
Well, I see that 918 responded to it, saying it's odd for sure.
Hey, I'm older than that, and I would love $800K a year as well.
I'll take 1/8 of that.
Take $100K a year, right?
Yeah, that's 1/8 of it, Jay.
This isn't concerning. I don't think it's concerning at all, Chester. I really don't. I think he's recovering. I think he'll be all right.
Hey, really quickly, just trying to do the math. So if they use 2/3 of the money, and I think you said Jay, or someone said that they thought Ott would get about 800,000. Are we saying that the lineman also got the same amount?
I don't think anybody knows how much.
Well, apparently people know. They're saying they've used 2/3 of the money, Jay.
Does that tell you an amount? No.
Well, you can figure it out.
No, you can't unless you know how much each person's getting, Germ.
Well, Grey God probably knows how much around ballpark they were getting, Jay.
I don't believe anybody was saying Jaden Jackson was portal bound. I've never heard that. What's up, Zach? Hope you're doing good.
Hey,
back to vacation. Hope you went somewhere nice and warm.
Today's April 17th, and no one else entered the portal. Hey, how do we? Where's the 2/3 coming from? I'm just curious. And you know what? If they've used 2/3, go get one more guy, a really good guy, and I'd be fine with 3/3 being used, I guess.
Well, 3/3 makes a whole, Germ.
Right, Jay. That's my point.
I think OU kind of went in the portal with they have specific big needs they wanted to get replacements for. And then I think other than that, they're not going to go get a ton of portal players. They don't have enough. They're already over the limit, are they not? Like, they're going to lose more than they get, don't you think?
Wait,
Hunter can drop it, but they're going to have to lose more.
What's up with everyone that said Gibson and Tatum are gone? Now Gibson and Tatum aren't gone? Look, I haven't paid a lot of attention to things, Jay, because I know no one's entered the portal today, but Jaden Gibson, according to Greg God, sounds like he's staying.
Now, Sooner Cowboy says they got 2 spots right now, and I would agree with this, tight end and kicker. I think that's probably
well.
Where they go.
The latest on the tight end is Lance Mason
from Missouri State.
From Missouri State, going to take a visit.
6'4", 240, big guy. Visiting Oklahoma.
Led the FCS.
Visiting Oklahoma, Cal, and I don't remember the third team. Do you remember the third team?
I can't recall, Jay.
Yeah, Brody Dalton, also out of Troy, is another name I've heard. So
Look,
Here's the thing. You know what? I wonder, because I absolutely love the Cal tight end, Eckries or whatever. But he's going to visit Texas. I think. Do you think he's cost too much and more than one they want to spend? You think?
Jay, I don't know how much they want to spend, but I don't think a tight end's a must. I would rather have a cornerback and a kicker.
What about tight end?
Go with what you got. I'd rather have a cornerback and a kicker. I mean, is anyone they pull in going to be better than what they got at tight end?
Better than Will Huggins or better than Carson Kent or
Helms?
And this one too. But here's the thing: linebacker is going to be a depth piece, but you need it. You need a linebacker unless they think
won't cost you much money. Then
no, but I don't know, man. Quarterback room is bad again. Remove the line.
So are people saying that? And I'm curious, Grey God, your take on this. Your take, Grey God. I want to know what you think, Grey God. Not what other people think. Everyone, I want to hear what everyone's take is in the comment on your opinion, guys. Are you guys of the thought and the mindset that so they went to Jaden Gibson and said, hey, we couldn't get what we wanted, so we want you to stay? Because I don't think that's
I think they probably just hashed things out and decided what
do you mean hash things out?
Maybe, I don't know, Jeremy. Maybe Gibson wanted a certain number and maybe they were able to get it to a point. I don't know.
You're saying they spent more money to keep Gibson.
I don't, Jeremy, I don't know. I don't claim to know.
That's what I'm asking. I would like people to that out there what they think. It's funny.
I'm throwing that out there as an option because there have been guys, I'm not talking about OU. There's been guys from other schools that have entered the portal and then stayed. Now remember, Jaden Gibson did
never entered the portal though.
If you'd let me finish talking, I would continue to say what I say, but you can't. You have to interrupt. I was getting ready to say Gibson never entered the portal. Okay. He never entered the portal. So maybe
neither is Tatum.
Maybe he was thinking about in the portal and decided not to, Jerem.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So when that's why I'm asking the question, Jay.
If you're considering entering the portal and you decide not to, something changed or you talked it out, whatever it may be. I don't know. I don't claim to know. I'm not a coach. I'm not at the stadium.
So
I'm not at the field.
Listen, what you're implying, though, is that they weren't processing him. Because if he was entering the portal, it sounds like he was going to be processed. But now they're not processing him, Jay. So I was just curious.
Hey, whoa. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
What?
If somebody enters the portal, that means they're processed?
People were thinking that Gibson was going to be processed, correct?
I don't think anybody thought he was going to be processed.
I thought that was kind of the mindset. They were going to move
on. Where are you getting that information?
I'm off the top of my head, Jay.
Well,
I'm not relying on what other people are saying, Jay. That's why I want to talk it out with what people are actually thinking, Jay. It's called a conversation, dude. Your opinion, my opinion, everyone's opinion, Jay.
My opinion is this. And first off, my opinion, Jerm, first off, I don't know the behind the scenes stuff. So if it hadn't been said on here, I wouldn't even know that Gibson was even considering. So I think they probably just came to a realization, hey, it'd be best for both parties if you were at Oklahoma. I mean,
he was going to, but according to Grey God, and I think 918's alluding to it too, he was going to be asked to find a new home, but now is not. It's just, I don't know. I'm curious how that would set with someone, Jay. And look, Jaden Gibson, I think, health-wise, would be ready at the beginning of the year. Unless he has another setback, I don't see that he's going to be out at the beginning of the year. He's 6'5". I think he could be a good piece for OU's receiving core until Javonte Gibson is there, and then he can be a guy who's on the field. I mean,
yeah. Sooner fan, I was going to bring this up and I forgot at the beginning, but so I'm glad you put it in here. actual last day is going to be the first, I believe, the opening weekend. It's going to be his last
I don't
game.
like it. I don't like it.
Oh, I think it had to be. I think this is. I mean, I think this is good for both. I just
No,
think
I don't like having him on again.
it's one game. Well, how is she going to end it, man?
I mean, I guess the guy. Well, I think they could celebrate it. Different.
That's
I
probably
don't
what
know.
they're going to do, Jeremy.
I'm not going to comment a lot on it, Jay, because I don't want to say anything I shouldn't. So I'm just not going to talk about it.
Well, I think it's good that they're going to have him on for one last time. I think it's a way to do it. It's a way to go out. Regardless of what people think about Lee Corso now and there, as far as information he gives and can he, get through it as far as when he's trying to describe stuff, regardless of what people say, at one time, it was great with him on there. I mean, it was great.
That's how we grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. He's been on it since 1987.
Sounds like OU might be OU Michigan, might be big game day. It's starting off an early one there. Bevo's bodyguard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Bevo. Here he is, man. Corey says, "What's up, y'all? I'm watching y'all on my TV."
Missed you, Corey. Missed you.
Missed you, man. We'll be shocked if they aren't at that OU weekend. OU that weekend. Yeah, I haven't looked at the rest of the schedule. But I don't think it's a great weekend for games. I really don't. So.
Are you shocked no one into the portal today, Jay?
No, I mean, not really. Nothing shocks me. Question. I see Trojan Fight here saying this question. OU wishes they could transfer portal some of that schedule. Let me ask you this. Some of these comments. Let me ask you this. Sooner fan. That's pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. If there was one game you could portal and switch it with another game, what would it be?
If I could remove one game from OU's schedule?
And SEC play and replace it with another one.
I would love to have Kentucky on OU's schedule.
Who would you like to give up?
I would rather go to Kentucky and give up going to Bama.
Here's the thing. Here's where this schedule, if you have a really good year, it can benefit you in a big way based on rankings and different things. But I would probably say remove. I don't know. I don't know how good Alabama is going to be. I know they're going to be good.
Now, again, the question though, Jay, is is it just for wins and losses, or is it for environment? Because I don't want to go to.
No, it's everything. It's everything.
I'd rather go to Bama. I'd rather go to Bama.
It's everything.
Go to Kentucky for environment, but for wins. Hey, I saw Greg God's comment. Look, I've been saying all along I thought Javonte Barnes would be one that entered, but
Lori says, I don't know what's up, Lori. How you doing? She says, hit the like. Hit the freaking like, Lori says.
Yeah, hit the like. She's frustrated. Hit the like.
Hey, I got to say, I finished one season. There was only one season of this show. Man, if you haven't watched Paradise yet, I know you don't watch TV like this, Jerm. But
I don't, Jay.
For those people in this chat, if you haven't watched the show Paradise yet on Hulu, I think it's now on ABC too. You can start watching it, but it is elite show. Elite show. So check it out. I mean, if you haven't watched it, I finished season 1. So that's all there is right now. So watching y'all and tornado outbreak. Yeah, Iowa. I asked early in the Discord about corrections, and I hope corrections isn't, near all the stuff that's going on, but Iowa's having a lot of activity there, tornado activity. So corrections, I don't know if you're on here, if you're working, prayers for you guys out there in that area. I mean, I know pretty rough out there. So facts, Paradise is good. Yep, it is, Jenna. Very, very good.
Corey thinks Arkansas on the schedule.
I would personally like that just because it's close. I would like it, but no, to me, they're a fluke. Now, let me rephrase.
I think they're going to be pretty good again.
Let me rephrase fluke. I think Vanderbilt will do what Vanderbilt does. I think what they did last year is going to be the highest they can ever get. I don't see them getting any higher than they did last year. Do you? They're going to beat teams.
That's about what they are, Jay. That's about what they are.
Vanderbilt, in your lifetime, will they ever make a playoff?
No.
No.
No, they won't, Jay. Will OU in your lifetime make a playoff?
I would hope so, Jerm. Hey, did you see the Jim Nagy interview? I put it in Discord. He was on a different podcast.
I did not get to watch it, Jay. What's up?
I've watched about half of it. I do love the fact he's talking about basically his team that he's gotten putting together, the scouting, and how much time it's going to take off coaches' hands because they're going to work their butts off to get all these evaluations and blah, 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 and collaborate with the coaching staff. So it makes you wonder, like teams that don't have GMs right now. And I'm trying to think. We got
the best one in the country, Jay.
We know all the big schools have them, but does OSU have a GM right now?
Not that I've heard, Jay.
Not that I've heard. And I'm wondering how many. Yeah, saw this, Sooner fans. Saw this today. TJ Eckert, by the way. I tell you, Channel 2 now, with Caden McFarland in sports and TJ Eckert running the news. I mean, wow.
They've upped their game, Jay. KOTV better watch out.
You talk about dream team, Caden McFarland, TJ Eckert together. Okay, sign me up. I know I don't live in Oklahoma right now, but I know what I'd be watching. I was watching Channel 2 anyway. I like Caden.
KTUL is a mess. KTUL is a mess. Hey, Jay, so I'm just going to ask a few questions. Answer yes or no. Ready for this? Do you think it's safe to say Jay Knott got double?
My gosh.
Oh, no, answer the question, dude.
Is this a money question?
Yes.
What's the question?
Everyone in the comment answer. Do you think it's safe to say that Jay Knott got double Jake McCullough?
You're still. I know where your brain's working right now. It's hilarious.
Answer it, Jay.
Your middle name needs to be.
I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm gonna leave the show.
Turn your camera off. There it is.
I'm gonna leave the show. You have no opinions. They stink when you have one. It's ridiculous. Get one. I want you to get an opinion. I want people on here to get opinions, not what other people are saying. Not what other people are saying.
Ask the question again.
And you and all the way down the comments. Stop relying on what everyone else is saying. Do you think he got double what Jake McCullough got?
Well, probably.
Not probably. Do you think he did?
Yeah, I bet he did, but I don't know the answer, Jerm.
So do I. Yeah, I'm just trying to think through my mind. If it was, let's say one was $1 million and the other was $500,000. That would leave OU with approximately.
See, that's where I'm going with this. The way you're trying to figure out
$750,000 left for a couple guys. That's fine.
What happens when you
get a kicker that way and tied into a corner?
What happens in your life when you don't know the answer to things? Like how do you make it? Because it's like if you don't know and people aren't telling you everything that's going on, it's like you just can't survive with that. You got to know every little detail.
You're totally missing the point. I don't need to know detail. I like trying to think through things myself, Jay.
Cool. Brett says wow again. Brett, you said wow earlier. What's wow? What's wowzers?
Wait, Greg God. What's concerning with that?
Every team has needs. Every team in the country has a need. In my opinion. Not just OU, everybody needs some. I don't know of a perfect team out there, Grey God.
And the other thing is when you lose guys, if other guys enter the portal, that's more money you add to your pot.
How many more days till the portal closes
you're not paying them anymore.
Hunter, drop it in there. How many more days are we till the portal?
25th, I think. I think it's still like 8 days, dude.
Yeah.
That's right. It's still like 8 days, another week of the portal. Is that right?
Just listening to us.
Yeah, Brett's wow. I mean, either that's a good wow or it's a bad wow. But if it's a bad wow, Brett, I would ask you a question. Why? I would ask a 3-letter word that starts with W, and it's not wow. It's why are you listening if you don't like it? Now, if it's a good wow, I would say thanks.
Sooner fan says he heard OSU raised $10 million for NIL with the boys. I heard more like 4.5 to 5. But
Hey,
my
by the way,
concern,
corner. If OU, let's just say they had like 750,000 left. That'd get you a good corner. Get you a really good corner. Heck yeah.
how does having 6 running backs help us? There will be players portal. There will be some more players portal. I would agree with that.
Hey, Corey, you like this shirt? You can get these shirts on the fanstop.com. Sign up for your Shirt of the Month club. New shirt, new design every single month. Use code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. Thefanstop.com. You can pick which package you want. It's great.
Yeah, it was a good number for
Kevin,
them.
that comment is uncalled for. That's all I'll say.
Dalpo says, hey, I asked the question the other night. I didn't know the answer. Seems like OU has never had a number 1 recruiting class. I don't know of a time they were number 1. Maybe early on.
I don't think they've been number 1. Hey, Clark, I actually just spoke today. Jay, you don't even know this.
No, of course
I spoke with
Kevin.
I spoke with the Fan Stop today, and we're going to meet at the end of May, early June. We're going to ramp up some merch throughout the end of summer into football season. So, yes, it's coming.
Here's the thing. A lot of people want to sit here and they want to.
Who would you target, Jay?
Hey, real quick. A lot of people want to sit here and just really just love what Jim Nagy's doing, right?
Yeah.
On one hand. And then on the other hand, some people are saying, wait, we need this, we need this, we need this. I'm to the point where, okay, if Jim Nagy, maybe he's looked through the roster and he's like, I kind of like where we're at here. I think we need this for this year. I'm just going to kind of see what happens.
The other thing is, who's out there at corner? And the other thing is, let's go to the cornerback room. Now, Jay, I heard Teddy and Gabe talk about Jaden Hardy, how great he's been. How great he's been.
He's safety, though.
I get it. But it sounds like Gentry's practicing. So you got Eli Bone coming off an injury. Gentry Williams, who's been injured. I think Kendall Dolby is going to play corner. That's where he's going to play. Then you got the young dudes. You got some of the young dudes. I think they have enough at corner for this year. Now, I say that. Would I like to have another corner? Yes. But if no one enters, what you got on campus is probably better than anyone who's out there right now.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. So we'll just see who else. I mean, you never know who's going to pop in the portal.
Just like I was okay with Xavier Robinson too, till Jay not popped.
It's hard seeing X-Rob in a 24 jersey, isn't it? It's weird.
No, it's not hard at all.
Oh, I think
I look at it. I see 24. I think Xavier.
Cool.
Not difficult.
Cool. Hey,
So
tomorrow night's the night.
For?
Well, my outfit tomorrow night. The bet.
Oh, Jay is dressing as a clown.
Well, what I got to decide? Do I do it Friday night or Saturday night? I got to decide what I'm doing. Friday night or Saturday night. Tomorrow's a Good Friday service. Not sure when I'll get back from that. But it's this weekend for sure. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Hey, Mac, I'm highly disagreeing. It's going to be Kendall Daniels and Powers will be the backup, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
I'm going to give a hint for my clown name. You ready for it?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Starts with a B. It's not Bozo.
Bevo? Bevo the clown, Jay? Is that you? Hey, I think Satania returns punts if he's healthy. He's the punt returner. Kickoff return, they may have Tatum. They may have Jordan. I don't know. I mean, highest recruiting class Daniel thinks was ranked 4th.
It's not Beavis or Butthead. I'll tell you that right now. Man, can you believe that show made it so popular?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Really? It's definitely not that Hugh. So.
Yeah, Good Friday service. Someone asked about our dad. He's not doing great. I mean, very I mean, just up and down as far as mood, as far as agitation, a lot more care needed, helping them with things, but it's what it is. It's taking care of the parent. That's where we're at, Jay. Taking care of the parent that took care of us for many years.
True.
Our dad, Ron, is 85 years old.
Daniel says they need to put offensive players back there returning. Nothing against the defensive guy. It's just better to put offensive players back there. Let me ask you this. I know Jaden Ott returns kicks. Any chance they put him back there?
There's a chance.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of it. If you got someone else,
I wouldn't be a fan of it. I wouldn't be a fan of it either.
Yeah,
you can't risk it. You got too many guys that don't play as much that could be good returners. That's the way I've always.
They got dudes. They got dudes they can put back there. Aaron says hit the likes, thumbs up. Lori says hit the freaking like. Mez says, why not? Why not Ott?
Why not Ott? Because of injuries, Jerm. Sammy O, Kobe, and Kip. Who's your fourth, though?
Hine, Taylor.
Hey, yeah, that's tough, 918. Very tough. I mean, that's really cool that you did that, by the way, in 2023. I mean, that's cool. And that's a lot. You're right. It's a lot with family, with everything you got going on. So,
hey, Jay.
Daniel thinks they should consider it. Here's what I'll say, though, Daniel, I do think it's a little different. I don't think there's as many returns anymore as there used to be. I think most of them are touchbacks. So
hey, let's open the phone lines. OU softball gets moved to 4:00 because of the big time rain. We got flood warnings all across Oklahoma Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Wait, Sooner Thrawn says, is Taylor Hine the edge or linebacker? I think a lot of people are confused on the Hine and the Wine.
Well, Hine is the linebacker.
Wine is the linebacker. Wine's the edge.
Hine and Wine, or Wine and Hine.
Both Taylors.
Hine, Wine.
You got Hine as the linebacker.
Hine and Wine.
I think he's the fourth line. I think it's Kobe, Kip, Sammy, and Hine. And then
Wine
is edge, and he'll probably be the fifth guy in my opinion on the edge. Okoye, Marvin Jones, R. Mason Thomas, PJ, Wine. Those five. I'm not mixing Hine and Wine up. I believe that's right, Jay. Yeah.
Wine is edge.
Yeah.
Hine is linebacker. Except we're
saying. Isn't that what we just said?
Yeah, I'm just saying Hine to be goofy. That's all I'm saying. I'm just doing it to be goofy.
What'd you say?
Hine and Wine. I'm just doing it because it rhymes. I'm not doing it because I.
One of them plays the line. The other one plays linebacker. Just give me a sign. Jeez.
Remember that song?
Give me a sign. I saw the sign.
I saw the sign. Do you know who sang it?
I saw the sign.
Do you know who sang it?
Yes, Ace is bass.
Ace of Base, right?
Ace is bass.
Can you tell me, trivia question, ding, 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 ding. Here we go, trivia question, not sports related. Here we go with the trivia for the night.
Wait,
tell me what sitcom was that sung on?
I have no idea, but it was Ace of Base. You're right, Jay.
Yeah, it was sang on a sitcom by a people from the show were making a band and they sang this song.
I know it now. I know it. There it
Coconut is. Greg.
Coconut Greg seems like a Full House guy, Jay. You and I were.
That's right. He gets the point tonight, man.
Man, every single episode of Full House, you just didn't know when it was going to happen, but you knew at some point, cue the sad, sappy music and the moral life story from Danny Tanner. It was happening every night.
Yeah, it was not Fuller. It was Full. And by the way.
No, they did sing it on Fuller House as well.
Oh, did they? Hey, by the way, Home Improvement was outstanding. Saturday Night Live, I feel like they're starting to get pretty funny again. I don't know if I've seen some recent clips that are pretty hilarious. So,
I did hear he had a lower leg injury. I haven't heard severity of that at all. As far as how much he missed, when it all missed, I'm not sure. But listen, I'm just going to say this right now. Nigel Smith's not in the rotation. He wouldn't be in the rotation. He's not anywhere near the other two deep, in my opinion. He's in the 3 deep, if that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's at. Not sure.
Did we open the phone lines, Jay? There it is.
There's
right there.
the link right there. There's the link.
There's the link. Call in.
Hated that show, Devin says.
Too hallmarky.
How you feeling about the Thunder?
I'm feeling great about the Thunder. By the way, our Thunder Lives will start. Our first Thunder Live will be Easter Sunday.
Hey, how would you feel if they play Mavs?
I'd feel fine. It's the Mavericks without Kyrie, without Luka. Hey, the name of the actress on Tool Time, there's a couple. Heidi was the name. Heidi was one of the names. The other one was Lisa. Lisa was played by Pamela Anderson. Heidi was played by what is her name?
Debbie Dunning. Debbie Dunning, I believe.
Debbie Dunning, Jay.
There you go. We got Greg on the line tonight. What's up, Greg?
Way to answer the Full House question.
Fellas. Oh, happy to do it. And yes, I am a Full House guy. I like a lot of those 80s and 90s sitcoms. They're all pretty good.
Was there anything better than TGIF? I mean, Family Matters, Full House.
Step by step.
Man, I wouldn't know. I didn't have cable growing up. So
that was a good night.
I watched whatever was on network TV.
So, hey, let me ask you a question about late 80s, because Jay and I grew up then too. Listen, there was a show called Hey Dude. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't. I wasn't alive in the late 80s. I was born in 91, so I would have missed that one.
Were you a Saved by the Bell guy?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, nice. What's up,
What's
Coconut?
on your mind, Greg?
Just a question. So our NIL collective, so the one that we hear about and we talk about for football, is that the same collective that's doing it for any other sport on campus?
As far as are you talking about collective for NIL?
Yeah, so the NIL collective, that we talk about, the one that you can donate to and such. Is there one just for football, or is that collective that we're all talking about go for every sport?
Well, I think when you donate, you can pick.
You can earmark it.
Okay.
I think you can select it, maybe.
That makes sense. Well, I guess my question was, so, we hear about and we talk about the importance of paying all these football players, right? But then we had to have dropped the bag to get that high-profile women's basketball commit just recently. So I guess my thought is sure, we should try to get the best players we can, but it's I guess, why are we putting some money towards women's basketball for one player? Not that she doesn't deserve it or anything like that. I don't want it to come across that, but it's why was this player, why do we feel the need to drop that money for this player when maybe we haven't in the past, I guess?
Well, Greg, when
Jay.
this happened that day, I remember the first live show after that happened, there were a lot of upset OU fans because they were like, why wasn't that money given to football? Why? And it brings up a great point. I think a lot of that you might have certain people that just donate to women's basketball.
There was an oil and gas. There was an oil and gas tycoon who was at the game before. I mean, at the game where she was visiting, and he's got stuff at the university. I think, in my opinion, people gave money that love OU women's basketball just for that.
Well, that's cool. And you'd hope to see more of it with women's basketball and other sports. But I guess, it seemed a little odd to me that, you hear about it with some of the male sports, football and basketball, but it, again, came out of nowhere a little bit for women's basketball. So I hope she's the real deal and she can make us more successful. That's really all I got. But yeah, y'all's thoughts on.
Hey, thanks. Yeah.
That.
Hey, thanks, Greg. Yeah, Jay, I think she is the real deal. I think with Jenny, she's going to be absolutely great. I saw the comment from 918. Hey, trivia question. Salute Your Shorts. Name 2 characters from Salute Your Shorts. The 2 main characters.
Gosh, really?
You got it, Jay? One of them wore sunscreen right here every day. Maybe I'll dress up as him on Friday. She got a Jordan deal to come to OU too. I think Trey Young, and look, there's a lot of people in on that, I think. I think there was a lot in on that, Jay. It wasn't Budnick. Well, Budnick was. Actually, Budnick
was on there. Budnick
that
was
wasn't one of the two I thought about. I forgot about Budnick.
Stillerman says, to quote the Sooner Surge, we don't know that about where the money goes. There you go.
Donkey lips, and I was thinking Ugg and donkey lips, but yeah.
That's
we hold you in our heart, and when we think about you, it makes us want to fart. Okay, go ahead, Jay. Remember that one? Raise the flag. I was waiting for you to laugh, Jay. Yeah, Corso's retiring, and listen, was he processed? That's the look. I thought it was horrible what they did to Lee Corso. I thought it was horrible what they've done to him. And I don't want to get off on a tangent, but I told someone tonight I think it was ridiculous what they did to him. So, can we talk about the men's transfer portal gets? I'm guessing you're talking about men's basketball. Jay, take it away.
Why are you?
I think.
Why
does it? Tay Lewis. I'll do it then. Tay Davis from Notre Dame. Great get. Excellent get.
And
what?
Xavier Brown.
I think he'll be pretty good. Nigel Pack.
Pretty good.
Amazing.
Nigel Pack, Xavier Brown. This is his best portal gets of his career at Oklahoma.
I'm not sold on Xavier Brown yet. I think he could be a Duke Miles.
You're not sold on him.
Well, he could be a Duke Miles.
Don't start comparing him to Duke Miles again like you did a couple days ago. No,
Absolutely
you can't,
will.
Germ. You can't.
I can absolutely compare him, Jay.
No, you can't, Germ. It's a different.
Why can you compare people to Baker Mayfield?
Huh? Wow.
Charles in charge of our day and our night. Scott Baio, absolutely amazing. Great. Love that show. I got a show that people don't remember. She's a small wonder. What was the name of the robot on Small Wonder? Was it Vicky? No. Was it Jay?
I have no clue, and I don't care at all.
The whole screen would change when she picked up someone. The camera, the graphics were sick. They were awful.
Okay, they do need a big man better than Mo Wake. I got a question for you, Jeremy. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Tell me if you're ready for this question. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Is Scott Drew a good coach?
Absolutely.
How? He doesn't have any players left. They all left him.
Sure did.
All you do every night on here about Porter Moser, can't keep guys. And I've said for
right-hand man.
I've said for many times that that's
my right-hand man.
That's normal in college basketball. You can't keep players. It's just a transfer portal.
Baylor, if you're comparing Scott Drew to Porter Moser, you've got major issues.
No, I'm not comparing him. I'm bringing up
major issues.
I'm bringing up a point. My point is
I like Kai Rogers. I love Kai Rogers, Greg God. And you know what? I'm gonna give another chance, Jay. You brought it up. I didn't want to go here tonight. I didn't want to do this tonight. I didn't want to do this, but people are talking about, yeah, you got to get a big guy way better than Mo McGee. Well, Sam Godwin wasn't better than Mo McGee. Mo McGee was better. And Mo McGee didn't even play until Sam Godwin got hurt. And then Porter's like, hey, Mo McGee, let's try you out. Oh, wait, this guy's better than Godwin.
Yeah, I think Mo was better. But Godwin did some good things.
More.
Godwin did some things that Mo couldn't do.
Porter Moser's never had a big man in his career that was athletic, period.
Kai Rogers is very athletic.
I like Kai Rogers.
I do think they need a big that has some experience, though. I think they need some big experience just to kind of help with playing time.
And until I
They're
see him win in conference, I'll keep my opinion. Change my mind, Porter.
What's your percentage? Percentage OU makes a 12-team playoff, Jeremy.
35.
35%. You take an over under, chat. You take an over under that.
35%.
Let me I'm gonna name how many teams from last year do you think repeat and make it the playoff again? Well, let's go down the list. I'm gonna say a team, you tell me if they make the playoff again. Arizona State.
Yes.
You do?
Boise. I think they're going to win the Big 12. Yes, Big 12.
Boise.
No, I think someone else is going to.
Okay. Let's continue to go down the list.
Who's going to be on? Everyone's saying no on Arizona State, but who's it going to be on the Big 12?
Georgia.
Man, this is so hard to do right now.
I know. This makes it interesting, makes it fun.
It's too hard. I'll say Georgia, yes.
Tennessee,
no.
Ohio State.
Yes.
Oregon.
I don't know how good Dante Moore is going to be. They lost some dudes, but I'm going to say no on Oregon.
Penn State.
I'm going to say yes on Penn State.
Who am I missing on the SEC? Who did I not say?
Texas.
Texas, you buying Texas?
I think Texas probably gets there.
With their schedule, I think they get in.
I think there'll be 4 SEC schools next year.
Who's the 4th then?
Maybe OU, Jay. Maybe LSU, Jay. Maybe Ole Miss, Jay. It's wide open, Jay. Jay, there's a guy entered the portal today in NCAA basketball that OU should go after, but they probably won't.
Who's that?
PJ Haggerty.
Oh, did he enter the portal?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter. Did he?
Oh, can you believe Tulsa had him?
PJ Haggerty is who OU should go get. He's better than Xavier Brown.
They don't need another guard.
He's better than Xavier Brown.
But they don't need it. They're going to get Brown probably. So
why have they not gotten Brown?
Well, he just entered a couple days ago, Jerm.
If it's a done deal, get there. You said he was going there.
What's up, Chief?
Chief, thanks for your contributions, not just monetarily with this super, but also just mentally with your takes, your intelligence on here, your support of our channel, and the fact that you think the shenanigans are hilarious and not outright stupid like some people think. I appreciate you, Chief T-Bird.
Well, I think they're stupid half the time with you, but they're still funny.
Yeah, cool, Jay.
Will we beat Michigan?
Hey, I think we will at home.
What do you feel about Bryce Underwood? People are talking high.
He's young. It's going to be a hard, tough year. Second week at OU. It's going to be OU's environment. Better make it raucous and make it tough on him, Jay. Like
Daniel.
Anytime someone's getting paid that amount of money, I just don't see them living up to the billing. Like you're not going to. There's too much pressure. You're paying them that much money. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to answer your question from my perspective.
And then I'll answer it from mine.
Because I was about 23 years old in 1999. I loved in 1999. I watched OU go to Notre Dame with Brandon Daniels. I think it was that year. And I watched the 1999 team be so close in so many games. And I remember thinking, man, this team was so close. I don't know what they could do this year. Did I think they would win a natty and go undefeated? I can't say I did because I didn't. But as that November hit and they started checking one off and then the next one off, and you started thinking, it might just be. And then there it was. And they had some young dudes. Derek Strait, true freshman. Like they had a mix of true freshmen, a mix of guys who had been in the program for years. It was a perfect mix. It was a perfect storm, I guess, if you will, for the rest of college football.
Yeah, but it was a perfect storm because even during the season, I thought they aren't going to win this game coming up. They aren't like the A&M. You had the Torrance Marshall. I mean, you go down the list. I will say I've said this before.
OSU, Derek Strait knocks the ball away.
I've said this before in the live show.
Not Mays.
The spring game. I went to the spring game that year, and I thought, I'm not sold on Heupel. That was the 99 year. I was not sold on Josh Heupel. He proved me wrong in 99, and then 2000. But if you remember that 2000 year, that season, you can say what you want. Yes, Heupel was great, especially when you needed him most. But I go back to the year. There were two guys that were, in my opinion, were the key to that team winning the championship. One, defensively, obviously, you had the linebacker core in general. You had Kalmus, you had Torrance Marshall, you had Roy Williams as far as safety. Defense was solid. But offensively, it was Quentin Griffin. I think Quentin Griffin was kind of like the unsung hero of that team.
The O-line, Jay, was really good. Q was good. Hey, I'll tell you what it is. You look at that team, Jay. You said you weren't impressed with Hype, and I get it. The ball, it was an ugly duck a lot of times. But
it was the velocity when I watched it in person. That's all.
It was the fact that the receivers. You had Antoine Savage, Damian Mackey, Curtis Fagan. To me, Josh Norman was on that team. To me, it was like everyone just knew where to be on offense, and you had a guy at the top running the offense, and Josh Heupel, who knew where everyone was supposed to be. He would find the guys. I think you have that this year with John Mateer. He knows the offense like the back of his hand. And he's more talented than the Josh Heupel.
Hey, let me get to Sooner-a-thon because I didn't say this, and I want to say this too, because the fact that Leach left after the 99 season, I remember myself thinking, how already he's gone after that great offense? OU screwed for 2000. I remember thinking that. Like, they're going to just promote Mangino. Man, Leach's offense was so good. I was worried after Leach left. I really was, because he had such an innovative offense. I was worried how Mangino, but it ended up being great because Mangino, he ran the ball a little bit more, and they were still solid. Somebody mentioned Miami. What year was it? Miami, to me, has one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the history of college football that one year. They were loaded. What year was that when they were loaded with, and their whole roster was NFL talent?
Yeah, Coker, they were, Jay.
Was that Coker? I believe that was Coker's year.
Larry Coker. Hey, Daniel, you're right, though, Daniel.
Unbelievable.
I think Chief T-Bird mentioned Red November, but you're right, Daniel. The play for me, now, Jay, people mention the Torrance Marshall against A&M. That was a play where I was like, oh, my gosh, this could happen this year. But for me, it was the deep ball to Andre Woolfolk where he's falling down, catching it as it's tumbling down, that you thought, this team's got it. This team.
Well, really against Nebraska, though, it was people were wondering the defense, like, because Nebraska was a powerhouse offensively. Remember, running the ball and doing the triple option, whatever they ran. And OU just shut them down after they got down. What was it? They got down early and then just unanswered, like 34 points or whatever it was, I think. So, yeah, Miami 2001. That 2001 team, I think, is one of the better teams in the history of college football.
Landon, are you asking what year did OU play USC? They didn't. They never played a USC in the championship. Now, OU did show up. OU did show up in the championship game once. Like, they took the field. They never really played against USC that year.
Oh, man, shock would have been great at Oklahoma. Jeez.
Did you see what I did there, Jay? Did you see what I did there?
No, I didn't.
It was 55-3, I think. It was they didn't they got on the field and that was it. There was not much playing at all.
What was 55-3?
When they played USC. You missed my whole spiel, Jay.
It was awful. Hey, let me ask you this, because I'm trying to remember. I know they played Florida State in the championship that year, but I'm trying to remember how that season broke down. I think if OU lost the game, they weren't probably going to go.
Correct. And OSU, the Bedlam game, you had to knock away by Derek Strait. That was, hey, people forget that team, that OU team was great offensively, but the last 2 or 3 games that they barely scored points and they still won. Okay, that's true. Stillerman says his teacher wrote on the board the day after USC game that any student who brings up the OU USC game will be removed from class because he was so mad at her performance that game. That's hilarious.
Chief, I think you might be right. We might have led 7-0. But who was it that fumbled the kickoff? Punt return.
It was Bradley.
Bradley. That was
the onslaught was after Mark Bradley.
But that team was real. That USC team was loaded too. They were loaded.
Hey, Woolfolk and Straight were nasty. And one thing else is they had great size. They were like just epitome of what you want in a DB. And then Woolfolk moves to receiver.
Dude, I freaking love that Oklahoma's in the SEC. But some of those Big 12 games, some of those Big 12 teams, K-State, when you had, who was the quarterback that could throw like 80 yards? K-State. Beasley?
Oh, Beasley was
Michael
good.
Beasley? Was it Michael?
No, Michael Beasley was the basketball player at K-State.
What was his name?
Oh, what was his name? I think he wore number 7.
Somebody
Someone will get it.
Hey, he was so good. Somebody will know it real quick. It wasn't Freeman. That's not who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking Bishop. That's the one I'm thinking of. Thanks, Benjamin.
It was Bishop.
I'm thinking Bishop. Bishop was unbelievable.
Monty's asking for some prayers. Open wound. Can't wear prosthetic. Rocking a wheelchair. So real pain, literally. Pray for some relief for you is what we'll do.
Yeah, for sure, Monty. For sure, man. Jonathan Beasley. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was good. That team was loaded. Some of those K-State teams, man. Just you talk about a team that was disciplined. K-State, Bill Snyder. Jeez.
Absolutely. Jay, do the Sooners have a guy enter the portal before Easter?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so tomorrow you're saying?
Or Saturday, yes. I think they do.
I don't think Saturday.
We'll
I think
see,
probably tomorrow a couple guys will enter, Jay. It's just
we'll see.
Yeah, you got all the way till the 25th. There's going to be some more rumblings in the portal. There's going to be some more move. Lance Mason, it does sound like, is taking a visit. To me, you can't bring Lance Mason in unless you let one of the tight ends go.
Yeah, you'd be pretty full there at tight end, wouldn't you?
You got to let one go.
Maybe they're planning on letting one go, Germ, or maybe one's going to be leaving.
That's probably a conversation from some of the coaches. Hey, I don't know. What does he bring that we don't have is the question. That's what the question has to be from the coaches. What does he bring that we don't have? Like a Jaden Ott brings instant house calls.
Yeah.
I think OU has a great running back in Xavier Robinson. I don't think he makes house calls very often. The tight end that I think it would be who would leave, I've got a plethora. I could see Caden Helms. I could see Cade McIntyre. I could see
Carson Kent already leaving.
Possibly, Jay.
I could see Cade McIntyre.
Helms or McIntyre would be the ones that make the most sense, or both.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Joe John Finley, look, I've said that too, but Joe John Finley's not going anywhere. Devon Mitchell is nowhere yet. He is not.
He actually today, I think I saw his tweet said officially in the portal. So
yeah, he's in the portal, but he's not anywhere right now.
Just now starting to test the water. So we'll see where he ends up. And good luck to the guy, man. I hope he has a killer career somewhere. I really do. Hey, you know what I'm excited about this weekend on Saturday?
What's that?
I'm going to just kind of keep my eye on it. I'm not going to watch it. I mean, I don't know if they'll show it on TV or anything. Probably not. But Caleb Hicks, OSU spring game. Kind of like to see how he does. Rain. That's true. Rain. If they have a spring game with the rain, that's correct. I mean, who knows? You got NBA playoffs this weekend, a lot of stuff. But, hey, tomorrow's special day. I mean, tomorrow's Good Friday.
Absolutely right, Jay. It's a really good one. It's a really good one.
I mean, technically, the day's not good.
It's only a good day because it was in the plan and Sunday's coming. I mean, that's it.
That's correct.
It had to happen for Sunday to happen. So it's the best Friday. Hey, I think we'll end on that note. Listen, sincerely, we do. We hope everyone has a great Good Friday. That You know, we've talked on here. It's a great community on here, honestly, just a great community of those on here who really care for each other. And it's made up of people who maybe have never even met each other. Some of us have met, some of us, but it's great to be able to, even in a chat for sports, be able to kind of encourage each other, sharpen each other with maybe sports takes, but also with just life takes and encouraging words. And we thank everyone for what you've done with encouraging words for us this last year. And we'll do the same for you. But yeah, appreciate everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great Good Friday. We will see you tomorrow night, Sooner Nation. And check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com.